The key point being is that AI is powerful but not perfect, and a lot of these, like in academics, they have a lot of things, a lot of hidden things behind the scenes that people do to to identify the people that are doing just using AI as opposed to doing what's supposed to be done, and so there can be false positives and biased and limited ability to explain certain things, and so you don't want to over rely in certain situations, and so all these kinds of things have a you have to kind of do your own. You still have to do your independently investigate. Everything that has to be done to determine, what your opinion is going to be in the case. Some of the best practice. Because there's already been a couple of experts already been excluded for valuations and damages models for relying on the models. And like I said, you can't have an AI model. It'd be like using a valuation model online for like a valuation rule of thumb software program to value a company. That's not necessarily doing a valuation. And that's kind of what some of these tools are. You can't use them by themselves, but if you use them in the context of other things and your own independent analysis, they can provide lots of, it can be very helpful. So you have to maintain human oversight and transparency. You got to document your methodologies. You have to preserve the data lineage. You got to have make sure you can have someone else do a cross check on the repeating it. And a big thing also is the confidentiality and privilege considerations. When you use some of these tools, and so you have to be as CPAs, we have to be our responsibilities on confidentiality are very similar to attorneys. We have to be very careful not to disclose client confidential information improperly or have an issue with legal privilege that could be potentially created. And that's also why, when people set up these tools, you kind of want to have some, guardrails on them so like employees can't make a mistake. Maybe they use, maybe they didn't realize if you upload a report that it could be disclosed. And so, that's why I'm saying when companies, why they should have, more infrastructure around these AI tools at large firms, because you have to be careful that people don't, make mistakes and do things you're not supposed to do to get you in a conflict situation.